Well, hello and welcome to National University and the Sandbox. I'm assuming that you touched this globe and brought you up here. Let's look around and find the biome lesson. And there it is. So I'm going to just walk up to it. And there's a red arrow with some fog and a little llama. And the llamas will be your friends throughout. Welcome. Let's explore biomes. Start here. The first thing I want to say is look for the little floating instructions. And here's the first one. Touch only front to start. Touch the rear at your own danger. Here's the front. And there's a little keep card. I need you to press them to read your notes. And this is what your notes will look like. It's a note card. Hi, this will be easy. And I explain your first 3-minute film. And I'm asking you to start a journal entry page. Call it Biomes. Let's delete it. And let's move ahead and find that little yellow globe. And there it is. It says touch web page. And I will touch it. And it says up here, go to page. I'll go there. And it takes me right to a movie. Pretty sweet. Some little junky things come up. Please just X them out. And watch the movie. Then it directs us to go to station number 2, past the llama and the whitetails. And it says touch for a note card. Let's do it. A little hand appears. Keep. And a little instructional thing. And you're going to read it. And then it wants us to come down here and read on a bit, and you're going to learn about biomes. Then it asks you to watch this tutorial, which you're doing right now. Let's delete it. And you will go over here to this screen. You'll simply touch it and watch the tutorial whenever you need to. Now in the tutorial, which is this, I am going to position myself about here, and then turn around and just see what it looks like. This is a camera control here, and it's just very effective. And there I am, ready to talk. I'm going to move this over, back a little bit, not that far. Okay, and get myself in it. Back we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Hello, that's my avatar. One click too many. Let's get away from that. There we go. And let's start talking about 6 major biomes. Now, a biome is an area determined by climate on the Earth, if you haven't seen the maps. And these are the 6 I'd like you to study in this lesson. How are we going to do it? You're going to take some notes on a journal entry page. You're going to make a table of these 6 biomes, and just to help you, we're going to go from north to south. So the top would be tundra, top of the world. Below that would be like Canada, taiga, also called Coniferous forest biome, or the boreal forest, plenty of names. Below that would be the deciduous forests, and if you go out west, it would be grassland or prairie. Below that would be the desert. And finally, we get down around the equator, we get tropical rainforest. So that's the order you're going to have your biomes in. Let's look at the biomes. Here's the rainfall, and there's 8 biomes. We're going to cover the 6 major ones, but there's really 8 on here that are considered major. The most rainfall is, of course, rainforest, then deciduous. Down here, deserts, and then tundra, and they're almost the same. Tundra is very dry. Let's look at some of these biomes. Let me start from the top. This is tundra up here, the dark blue, and then we come down to the taiga or coniferous forest biome. South of that is the eastern U.S., which is deciduous forest, as well as Europe and much of China and Russia and Korea. Over here is the grasslands, and there's grasslands in the steppes of Europe. If we want to go below the equator, there's warm grasslands called savanna, and I'll deal with them as one, but they're temperature-wise, they are different animals. And then we come down here to deserts in the southwest U.S., northern Africa, much of Mongolia, and parts of Australia and the other continents. And below the deserts, I come down to the Redwoods, which is tropical rainforest, and these are the 6 biomes. I have Southeast Asia, Indonesia. I have the Amazon, and the Congo is a tropical rainforest. Let's go through them and just find out where you'll find your data for your table. Deciduous forests are in green. If they're only here, they're easier to see. And here's some facts about the deciduous forest. It's where I live, and the data you'll need. And this was taken in on my trail cam up in my mountain. I live in West Virginia. Then we come down to the coniferous forest biome. Taiga and a little bit south boreal are names used. And the data on it will be here. Cooler than where I live, warmer than the tundra. Animals like moose, which I have a moose model, you won't believe how big it is. Stand next to it. Going north of that is the tundra, the coldest of the 6 biomes. And there's its temperature and rainfall data. Caribou. I once moved to Alaska and saw hundreds of caribou crossing the road. I'll never forget it. A tundra animal, a timber wolf. The next biome will be rainforest. And I'm jumping around here, but I'm down here where I showed you in the Congo of Africa and the Amazon and some other places. Data on the rainforest. And one of my absolute favorite rainforest animals, the jaguar. Ooh, the deserts, the dry deserts. Here's ours in the southwest U.S., northern Africa, much of Australia, and just look at all the deserts in the world. And deserts are actually increasing. The huge desert biome, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. And another one of my favorite animals, the mountain lion, or cougar, or puma, depending on where you live at. The grasslands of the earth are immense, and this is where all the huge grazers basically live, except caribou. And they can be northern grasslands or the savanna type that's warm. And South America, the pampas, Australia, look at all the grasslands in the world. If you take the northern ones, here's their data, and you can on your table add as you need. You can add as many. There's many mini biomes, and you can add what you like. Here's savanna, much warmer. There's a lion. Do you see him hiding there? And one of my favorite grassland animals in North America, the pronghorn antelope. So there's the titles for the table I want you to make, and you're going to add some representative plants and animals to each one, the average temperature and the average rainfall. It's really a simple chart, but make sure you make it a table of biomes. I'm now going to walk forward, and if you turn around you can see behind me sometimes. These are the 6 major biomes. Now your job in your group that I assign will be to pick one of these and make a 10-slide PowerPoint. Work together on Google Docs on the internet and compile all your information. And we're going to meet up here and look at your slideshows together. And it should be a lot of fun because just animals are wonderful and plants in different places. Look at the size of that moose in the coniferous forest. Conifers are like pine trees, and we can see them behind it. Little squirrel to my left of the deciduous where I live. Move further down, I'm in the tundra on my right and the jungle or the rainforest on my left. And that bird is a macaw. You'll need to remember that. Alright, now I'm down to the desert with cactus and sidewinder rattlesnake. And to my left is the prairie. Those are prairie flowers in front of it. The desert jackrabbit is on my right, a little piece of desert there. And there's some desert bighorn sheep. The orange flower is important. There's a touch for final clue before tests, and I will want you to do that. Read the cards. Llamas are my constant friends. They made a little doo-doo over there. On this first quiz, I'm going to want you just simply to touch it, and it should come in. These little plus arrows up here will always make it come in better for you. And I'm waiting for it to come in. Let's try the plus. There it is. I'll need to get out of the way here or just take my arrow and move my camera position, which I can do. It says play this game. I want you to play it. And just go through it, see how high you can get on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and tell me in your log. Let's do one. Which biome typically receives less than 10 inches per year? Well, tundra is a good candidate, but desert's a little bit less. So let's put desert. It says correct. It'll give me another one in a minute. But I'll let you do that yourselves. And let's escape from this and move ahead. The final thing I want you to do is take the Quiz Guru, and you can find it because there's a rainbow globe right below it. There we go. And I want you to touch to begin a survey. There'll be 10 questions. Push it, take them, and that's recorded into my email. But you can take it as many times as you like. And if you think you missed one, go dig it out, find an answer, and go back to it. The questions are easy. If you do everything, you'll get an A. Now, that orange flower, if you touched it, there's a hidden parrot in here somewhere, and you'll need to fly. To fly, you push E to go up and C to go down, and the parrot's hidden above my level. And you watch the final review film, which is pretty good, before you take these tests. I thank you for coming, and enjoy biomes.